Yeah, apparently the next SCP is nicknamed Roach Motel.
Gross.
Mm.
The next SCP, the
Already don't
left,
like it.
the next SCP, the left kidney of junior researcher Ostergaard.
Okay.
Kidney.
Why is it so specific on one person?
Watch it be like an anomaly that if you do like some eldritch incantation with will just spontaneously combust all of reality.
God.
And anyways, all right, this will be me this time.
Yeah. And I'm going to start streaming Hades into the Discord again.
Yeah. Item SCP-2379, Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Foundation agents embedded in meteorological agencies in the United States, Mexico, and El Salvador are to monitor any potential hurricanes or other extreme weather. In the event
Right?
that... Huh?
Right. Meteorological.
Oh. For a second I thought
It's
it
it's
said
it's
El
wet.
Salvador.
It's the goddamn study of weather.
I thought I said El Salvador for a second, that's why you cut me off.
No. El Salvador. El Salvador is the.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. In the event that such weather develops, agents are to destroy all suspected infestation sites via incineration. Samples for research purposes are currently housed within Site 19 and Site 77. Monitoring of police reports and social media related to mobile homes facilities are to be monitored for signs of 2379's presence. Algorithms recognizing keywords frequently used to describe 2379. Infestations by civilians have been placed in major search engines to alert Foundation agents of possible infestation sites. These sites are to be dismantled and decontaminated by members of MTF PSI 7. Home Improvement. Any advanced infestations of 2379 are to be destroyed via aerial incineration. Due to the ongoing presence of 2379 infestations across multiple jurisdictions, agents operating in these areas must be prepared to enact basic containment of 2379 and prepare them to be decontaminated. Civilians exposed to 2379 are to be issued Class C amnestics and enrolled in substance abuse recovery programs under the guise of an opiate addiction. Description: SCP-2379 is an anomalous species of fungus, found primarily around the population centers within North America. Instances of 2379 most frequently resemble mobile homes, but other instances resembling mother-in-law cottages. And rows of portable toilets have been discovered. Additional growths resembling lawn ornaments, welcome mats, and crude humanoid figures have also been documented. When subjected to hurricane force winds or similar weather conditions, 2379 structures will dissociate and produce several hundred spores. Approximately 3% of these will survive and reach their maturity within 24 hours of germinating. Mature instances of 2379 are hollow, with test subjects describing the floors and walls as spongy. Occasionally, growths resembling tables, chairs, and kitchen sets are produced, although these are usually crude and unconvincing. Instances of 2379 are fully mobile, using groups of small mycelium bundles to move. In order to entice an inhabitant, 2379 will begin to produce an aerosol which induces euphoria in the exposed subjects. This gas has addictive properties, and subjects affected by it are susceptible to suggestion and have difficulty with motor coordination. This effect is more pronounced in elderly subjects affected by 2379. It has been documented as affecting individuals up to 4 kilometers away from the 2379 infestation. Subjects inhabiting 2379 frequently attempt to convince any subject not currently residing in an instance to move in. Individuals choose to live in 2379 affected buildings generally become more distrustful of outsiders and encourage self-sufficient lifestyle choices such as growing food and producing their own tools. When the population of a 2379 settlement reaches approximately 200 residents, all buildings will uproot themselves to begin traveling towards the largest and closest population center. Upon arriving, any uninhabited 2379 instances will dissociate into spores, which will then infest all nearby structures. These buildings will be disassembled by fibrous fungus and the materials apparently used to produce more complex structures such as hotels, motels, boarding homes, condominiums, and small businesses with residences. Eventually, the individual 2379 instances will interconnect with one another and form an insular system. Once the 2379 infestation has used all the available construction materials, it will begin moving towards the next largest urban population center and repeat the process. There's no known upper limit on the size that 2379 infestations can reach. History. The development of 2379 began in 1982 as a project by an independent group of mycologists?
My myconologists.
Myconologists, okay.
I don't blame you for not knowing that one.
In collaboration with Recess Labs, aka a group of interest, in order to create sustainable self-perpetuating housing out of fungus. First, let's see what I forget what Prometheus Labs is. Feel I was saying it was not a gun or he was a Titan. Oh, I think these are people that believe in a Titan and develop anomalous technology for commercial and private sale. So, Anderson Robotics that sell things.
Hmm.
Alright. There we go. Alright. Hold on. Funding was provided by Prometheus Labs, which also provided fungal research materials and material support. In 1991, instances of 2379 terminated and took the form of standalone research labs. After several fatalities, Prometheus Labs attempted to evacuate the facility, which was unsuccessful due to the resistance from the staff members, and it is believed their behavior was influenced due to their long-term exposure to 2379. Prometheus Labs personnel destroyed all infested materials via incineration and detained the resisting staff members. The Foundation became aware of Prometheus' connection to 2379 after that company collapsed and is currently investigating the location of several of the associated researchers. It's believed that the current presence of 2379 in the wild is due to an outside party obtaining samples of 2379 after Prometheus Lab collapse. Most likely Marshall Carter and Dark. Or Chaos Insurgency.
So, this one's tricky because it's connected to some very spoopy organizations, but it itself,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of mobile homes made of fungus that tries to convince people to live in a commune in the fungus.
Yeah.
It's just the fungus among us.
I don't think it can get higher in a certain group because it only affects a certain group of people.
Yeah, and even then it's like not particularly like it's not deadly.
Yeah.
It's just making a commune.
Yeah,
It's just a mobile fungus commune.
Yeah, is it like getting bigger though? Is it commutes?
I guess it does get bigger, but even then it's still like it's a
Yeah.
pretty limited thing. I'd be willing to put it in what the fuck.
Oh, so is
Yeah.
it trailers or is it like campers and
It-
RVs?
It turns into hotels, condominiums, small businesses, boarding homes, motels.
Okay.
But at first, it's like a small home.
I mean, I would say that it's just trying to get people housing, and in a world where housing is actually really difficult to get.
I oh, that one, Inside Job. I think it got canceled on Netflix though. So
I just
Um,
accidentally sold the food I didn't want them giving up.
yeah, it's Inside Job.
Yeah.
I
like,
accidentally sold them.
but yeah, like either way,
Yeah.
like anything above spood tier is generally considered to be like a notable detriment to the people involved. I guess I think that the worst thing this could do is
Mhm.
if it got super out of control, maybe be world changing. If it was just like not touched and left to do whatever it wants. But in that case, it just be the world changing effects would arguably be positive for society because it's getting everyone housing. Said housing is completely sustainable and ecologically friendly from the sounds of it.
And if it
Mhm.
becomes a hotel,
And
then it also gives them food.
yeah, well, I guess it'd be arguable whether or not it would be an environmental hazard because it
Mhm.
would be an invasive species of fungus in new areas. But even then, like,
I feel
com-
like that would be less invasive than houses being built.
yeah, like especially like when we're dealing with like suburban houses, like individual homes rather than apartment buildings and urbanization. So like I the like I don't quite want to put it into spood tier. I don't
Yeah, it
think it's
doesn't fit
yeah.
into spoon tier, but it doesn't really fit anywhere.
Yeah, I guess what the fuck is the best spot for it.
Yeah.
Like it's just odd.
It is very odd, but I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, no. This we are pro fungus trailer homes around these
Hey,
parts.
hey, as long as I don't have to pay a mortgage or rent, I'm happy.
Oh yeah. I
And
mean the
and you guys mentioned that it becomes small businesses. It could become like it could have like a small marketplace. It could
yeah.
have shops. I would be happy as a clam.
As well as kind of high and making you feel very euphoric and happy.
Oh, I need that shit. I am so
So
depressed all of the time.
Yeah.
here's a problem. Apparently, I think an SCP got removed because SCP-2381 is supposed to be Keter, and it's
Oh.
safe, and it doesn't look like it's anything like its picture. Oh yeah, last updated
No.
January. It was updated a few days ago, 24th of January 2025.
Oh,
Oh.
6 days ago, it got turned to safe. Well, I guess we just delete that picture and move on.
Oof.
Yeah, because this is what it was supposed to look like. Just look at the page. I don't think it's anything to do with that. Because that looks like a pathogen again.
so is it safe or not safe?
It's now designated it's safe.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
maybe
this is a
maybe
pair of
this
object scale model of a giant oceanic manta ray. So
yeah, wait, maybe the original SCP just straight got deleted. Also, I
oh
forgot to mention it is important that everyone look at my name and the subtitle to the
What did you
chat.
do? What did you do, Hatchet?
oh
Why did you
fuck
change your name?
you.
Yeah, so for context, Jerry, you weren't here yet. Bright mispronounced the word debilitation as debiliation.
So I decided to just put that SCP picture and reassigned.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's
Like
valid.
it's literally reassigned. I think we've had that happen in the past. Also, for a
Yeah.
moment, I'm taking my headset off.
Alright, let me get to the next SCP then.
I'm calling
Uh-oh.
it. Hatchet is currently brushing his hair.
Uh-oh. The site is stuck loading.
I return.
No.
What's up?
Oh, there it goes. The site was stuck loading for a second till you returned. The second you returned.
I have all the power.
That's funny as shit. Oh my gosh. Fuck, this is gonna be easier if I just do it this way. Wait, the biggest duck of all. I want to see this. I can't. It is struggling to load. It's like there's something going on the site? Or is it because I'm streaming? Right? Streaming. Oh, jeez, it's just a giant white screen on stream.
I mean, sometimes sites just have little connectivity issues.
I hope you're enjoying the giant white screen.
Delightful. I love getting flashbanged.
There it goes.
There we are, and it's Keter, previously Euclid.
Yeah.
Wait, which one was this that you clicked on?
This is a different one. 2385.
Oh, okay. How big this one?
What was that?
Said how big is this one? Oh,
Yes.
that was a disturbing image.
Oh. Yeah, it's just mainly logs, but everything else is short.
This could be interesting.
Yeah, but I have to go to the bathroom again. So
You really know how to pee.
I drink like 800 milliliters of water before coming the stream.
Which is
And
not a bad thing.
Are you at least also drinking during stream?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Anyways.
And nipple.
Oh, I know, because I listened to it because I typed in my balls are sweaty.
Goddamn.
I guess it's just overshare o'clock today.
Anyways.
I would like to say, talking about the zit I had in my mouth is not nearly on the level that Cheery and Brights are.
Fair enough.
Anyways.
Oh, go ahead.
I was not trying to overshare. I was just thinking, well, if we're supposed to be sharing what we're doing, so I shared what I was doing. I didn't realize I was oversharing.
But I mean, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. That said, a zit on a nipple, call it a zipple.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
Moving
I
on.
have zipple issues.
Zipple
And they're not fun.
Yeah, the next SCP is SCP-2385, aka Somewhere in the Between.
Sounds interesting.
Here. I'll read this one because it's long. Okay. SCP-2385, Object Class Keter, previously Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Observation Site 2385 has been established around the anomaly, and the quarry in which it was discovered has been purchased by the Foundation. And
Antechamber
has been constructed around 2385's entrance. Entry into 2385 beyond the first 10 meters is prohibited. Instances of 2385-1 that either stray towards or are berthed near the entryway are to be lured into the antechamber. Specimens of musculus are to be utilized for this purpose. Don't know what that is. The instance is to be tranquilized and relocated to a containment pen.
Right. Musculus house mouse.
Oh. It's a house mouse.
They send in the they send in the rodents.
Yeah. Description. SCP-2385 is a subterranean network composed of undifferentiated human tissue. The matter is bioluminescent, emitting a constant 0.003 LM. I'm assuming that's lumens?
Yeah, I'd imagine that's lumens.
Okay. 0.003 lumens. The tunnels that make up the structure wind and interlock, forming a multi-cursal maze. 2385 has a single entrance point. Attempts to either access or assess 2385 from the outside via tunneling and ground-penetrating radar, respectively, have been met with failure. Due to this, the true size of 2385 is unknown. Mapping of the interior has also proven difficult, as its internal topography fluctuates sporadically. New paths will open in the walls, while other sections will close off.
Bright, I don't know if it was just you coming through weird, but please read topography fluctuates sporadically again.
Topography fluctuates sporadically.
Sporadically, there you go. It sounded like you said sporadically.
Anyways, SCP-2385-1 and -2 are vermiform life forms which periodically grow within 2385. Worm-like. Okay.
Yeah.
-1 and -2 specimens typically range between 1 and 4 meters in length, with an average weight of 250 kilograms. They possess humanoid heads, which are connected to a muscular tail with a fatty midsection. -1 will violently assault anything they perceive to move, including each other. -1 will constrict and incapacitate prey prior to consuming smaller organisms, and other -1 whole. -1 will attempt to penetrate larger prey and consume them from within. A pair of pharyngeal jaws is used to manipulate prey items into the gullet.
That's pharyngeal jaws.
Pharyngeal jaws, okay. Instances will wander 2385 with no apparent direction and seem to solely motivate by hunger. Research on specimens in captivity has revealed that they do not require sustenance, so the reason for their behavior is unknown. -2 instances are typically larger than our -1 counterparts, and are identifiable by fibrous growth over their eyes. -2 are completely docile and have never been observed feeding. They will converge with one another and seem to travel through 2385 with intent. Exploration SCP-2385-1, October 1st, 2003, D-11424 was selected to ascertain the function of the anomaly and to determine whether the main explorations were feasible. Why is it clickable? It went to this SCP.
Wow.
That's a big walrus. That's a big red walrus.
Apparently that's -1, a dead albino walrus. Apparently 3379 is a rectangular portal approximately 8 meters beneath the surface of the Arctic Ocean. I guess that's connected to the D-class.
Let's see.
Yeah, D-11424 was equipped with a shoulder-mounted camera, 1 week's supply of rations, 1 Ruger LC9, as well as several reserve magazines, I'm assuming that's a gun, and a machete.
Yes.
Very little information was gleaned as D-11424 was struck by an instance of -1 and lost his camera 10 minutes into the exploration. Contact was lost and D-11424 was presumed dead. Exploration SCP-2385-2, December 21st, 2003. Forward, a remote control drone A-47 is sent into 2385. Initial exploration video log transcript. Begin log. At 0001, the camera shakes as A-47 navigates the terrain. After 10 meters, the path spirals clockwise, leading to an intersection. To the left, 4-1 are engaging in each other in combat, while another 2 lie motionless. A-47 is directed down to the right path. Photograph taken by 847, the instance picture did not react to the presence of the drone. Okay, so that's apparently the instance. 0008, 847 continues down a path, which at this point should place the drone back within observational sight 2385. Over a dozen unborn -1 and -2 are growing throughout this hall. See attached photo. And 847 is maneuvered around them. At 0019, an instance of 2385-1 is laying to the side of the tunnel and is ingesting another instance. It lashes out when a drone draws near, but cannot fully ambulate due to its feeding. At 0024, 3 fighting -1 block further progress. 847 directed to turn around. The path 847 has been traveling down can be seen to end abruptly. With no further options, 847 continues towards the instances. 0026, the largest of the instances is killed. Its head and tail are swallowed by the remaining -1, which begin to manipulate it down their throats. 847 is able to continue unimpeded. At 0029, an -1 instance, which has been spotted from afar, growing from the ceiling, detaches as 847 passes beneath it. The instance attacks 847, rendering it immobile for several strikes. At 0031, the instance wraps around 847 and attempts to consume it. At 0043, the instance gives up and leaves the area. At 9 minutes 32 seconds, the wall to 847's left opens up in 2-2 exit. One instance approaches 847 while the other one prods the wall to the right, which opens as well. D-11424 emerges from the tunnel to 847's left, brandishing his machete. Both instances exit through the new tunnel, followed by D-11424. At 10 minutes and 3 seconds, 847 runs out of battery. End log. Expiration SCP-2385-3 on February 6, 2004. Forward. In -2, specimen was taken from Foundation captivity, henceforth Subject Alpha, and anesthetized. After a micro camera was surgically implanted, SA was placed within 2385. At 5 seconds to 21 seconds, SA wakes up and looks around before heading straight. It traverses 2385 uneventfully for a few minutes before coming across an open area filled with fetal -1 instances. SA stops at several and can be seen at rubbing its face against theirs. One instance thrashes and snaps at SA, though the bulk of its mass is still embedded within 2385, restricting its movements. At 39 seconds to 45 seconds, the path splits out in 3 different tunnels. SA selects a path and tries to continue, though it is apparently frightened by 2-1 instances engaging in combat. Another can be briefly seen attempting to feed on the fetal instance growing from the ground. SA flees and selects another path. At 1 minute 47 seconds, a nearby wall opens up and 2-2 instances exit, -2B and -2C, and begin traveling the way SA came from. SA follows suit. At 3 minutes 22 seconds to 5 minutes 31 seconds, the group encounters a lone -1 instance, which attacks -2C. -2B wraps around and physically restrains it. For the next 2 hours, the group takes turns nuzzling the -1 instance. Notably, it develops the fibrous growth characteristics of -2 instances over its eyes. Afterwards, it is released and becomes docile. Henceforth, -2D. At 5 minutes 33 seconds to 12 minutes 42 seconds, the group continues through 2385. At various points, they are observed prodding the walls of 2385 to produce new paths. At 11:15, 2385 shifts and encloses the group. -2D and -2B feel about the walls, eventually producing an alternate route. At this point, they confront an -1 instance, blocking further progress. This was the largest specimen to be recorded, at approximately 7 meters in length and approximately and estimated to weigh over 400 kilograms. -2B and -2C are observed to nuzzle each other prior to -2B charging the -1 instance. The group crawls over and around the instance as it consumes -2B. -2C remains behind. At 27 minutes, 21 seconds, -2D is ambushed from a side tunnel. The larger instance drags it around the bend and out of sight, and the opening seals shut. At 33 minutes, 57 seconds to 34 minutes, 18 seconds, SA encounters an -1 instance, which chases it through 2385. SA selects a path, which terminates after several meters, trapping it. SA does not defend itself as the instance attacks and subdues SA and begins to feed on it. At 34 minutes, 11 seconds, a male voice can be heard shouting prior to D-11424 coming into view. He kills the instance with his machete and kneels down next to SA. "Hey there, little guy, you alright?" D-11424 leans in and pets SA. "Yeah, you're fine. Get up. I know where it is. Come with me." At 34 minutes, 19 seconds to 34 minutes, 41 seconds, D-11424 leads SA through the area, stopping at one point to carve a piece out of 2385, which he consumes. At 34 minutes, 43 seconds, the path opens up to a large room with a bright luminescent sphere levitating a meter off the ground, estimated to be 10 meters in diameter. "Here we are." D-11424 walks over to the sphere and places a hand on it. "You ready?" At 34 minutes, 44 seconds, SA approaches D-11424 and alternates between looking at the sphere and the path they came down. "It's alright, they'll come back, they always do. Come on now." D-11424 beckons towards the sphere. At 34 minutes, 46 seconds, SA prods at the sphere and pushes its way inside. At 34 minutes, 47 seconds, unknown. Personnel that viewed the live feed were found to be incapable of describing what they witnessed. Subsequent playbacks terminate at 34 minutes, 46 seconds. Addendum: SCP-2385-A. On the day of Exploration 3's conclusion, Maya O. Redacted of Elgin, Illinois, was admitted to a local hospital, complaining of abdominal pains and suffering vaginal bleeding. An emergency surgery was performed upon the discovery of a foreign object lodged within her uterus, which was found to be a micro camera. Agent Nakamura was dispatched to investigate. Nakamura was able to confirm that the item's serial number matched the one implanted with SA and confiscated it. Multiple articles covering the event in hyperbole were issued through Foundation-owned Bizarre News publications. Object reclassed as Keter. So wait, these worm things are going into the uteruses of women?
That is, yeah, like that entire time I was wondering what the hell is gonna lead to this being designated as Keter. That's a heck of an odd one.
Yeah.
I
Where do we put this at?
I mean, to our knowledge, there's only one instance where this has happened.
Right.
So, like, I guess the question is the real question. The thing that made it a notable issue is the micro camera, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean that this is happening to a whole bunch of people and there's just no effect that we have listed in this article, or is it just a single incident?
Oh my gosh, watch the speed. This is how babies are born.
A lot of people are infected, but nobody notices, and the women suffer.
I joked a lot. Watch speed is how babies are born. Because they have human faces. That's why I said.
No, no, we are not worm parasites.
I not enjoy that.
That's just
Where do we put this?
Right? No.
like, aside from that one incident, if like these worms are showing up in other people's uteruses,
Yeah.
they're not being recorded. Like, it's not happening in a manner that the SCP Foundation
It's not
is
being
recognizing.
if it's not being recorded, but if it is happening to more people, then I would like to comment that not everyone is healthy. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause-
but like we have no way to to
yeah.
verify any of that. That could like
That's fair.
Yeah, it was also not stated in the article that they saw a worm with the camera. Just the camera.
yeah. So that's just
Should we just put it in what the fuck? It doesn't
I
really belong anywhere.
yeah. Like aside from that last detail, it would be in reassign. With
Yeah.
that last detail, it just leaves more questions than we can answer to where like I don't think that we can put it anywhere other than what the fuck.
This is the bad side of what the fuck. The Roach Motel was the good side of what the fuck.
Yeah.